How do you view these policies in terms of a long-term estate planning perspective? I know you're a fan of the Rockefeller method, and as well as I am. Like, how do you view these policies? Is this something like you would recommend, something like where the family gets it on almost everybody in the family when as young as possible? Like, what do you view this in terms of as a piece to the overall puzzle that involves estate planning?
Listen, as every financial situation is different, everybody's financial circumstances are different. There's not a blanket recommendation, so to speak, but I will say that when you have a protection first philosophy, irrespective of one's net worth size, there's always a room in somebody's estate plan for a bucket of money that comes tax free, that's very liquid at the point of a triggering event, irrespective of what's going on in the outside world. And life insurance provides tremendous value for so many reasons as a death benefit. From an estate planning play, there's an income tax-free death benefit that gets paid to the beneficiaries within a very short period of time of death. That liquidity could be used to solve for estate equalization. It could be used for estate taxes. It could be used to maintain liquidity inside of an estate to unwind a business or help pay bills until assets are liquidated. So the advantages of permanent life insurance, specifically talking to the death benefit in the area and space of estate planning, in my opinion, is one of the most advantageous tools that exist within the estate planning space.
And Joseph, in terms of, I guess, real estate, I know we have different philosophies on how we approach real estate, but in my fields, a lot of real estates are in partnerships and syndications. How does life insurance policies play a role in that, in terms of maybe certain language that investors should be looking for if they're looking at an operating agreement before investing, like a follow-up on that?
It's funny, Dennis, we spend a lot of time in the business succession planning space, where we're working with business owners to make sure that no different than the personal balance sheet, that their business continues and has succession in the event that one of the principals aren't there. When we look at operating agreements for limited partnership or general partnership agreements or syndication agreements, one of the questions we always ask the business owners or the syndicators is, okay, you've got this wonderful deal where you're buying X amount of units in a different state and your investors are from all over the place. What happens if something happens to you? How does this plan succeed? What's the succession plan for this business structure? How do your investors get their money out if Dennis isn't here to operate that deal? And what we found is that, going back to that death benefit conversation, one of the things that are very helpful is providing a pool of capital to that partnership, whether it be to return distributions back to investors because of the premature death of a syndicator, or to just be able to bring somebody else in, whether it be a CEO or somebody, to be able to take that business and unwind it to make sure that it meets the commitments that it made to its investors. So life insurance is very helpful in business succession planning, whether that be real estate syndication or a manufacturing plant that's creating widgets.
And how often do you see a business partnership or real estate partnership that doesn't have proper succession language in the operating agreement?
Unfortunately, it's more often than you would think. By virtue of creating entities, almost everybody has an operating agreement because it's part of the nature of what you need to open a bank account and the basic fundamentals of starting a corporation. And I can't tell you how many people we meet with that adamantly tell me they've got a proper operating agreement, and when we receive a copy of it and send it to an attorney for review, it's uncovered that it's the standard document that was created from the basics of the formation documents, with nothing special in it at all.
Gotcha. So we're approaching the top of the hour.